table, everybody. Let's start out in table pose this morning. So come to your mats and bring your shoulders over your wrists. And let's start to take some circles around your center point of your hips. So in table, we'll start to take a few little circles. And if you're feeling a little tight, if you're feeling a little sore this morning, we'll take small circles. If you're feeling open, lengthy, we'll take bigger circles. Whatever brings you to the foreground of experience and sensation. Good. Now let's stretch the right leg out behind you, tucking the toes, take a little pulse into the back of the leg. And we'll pick up the foot and step it outside the mat and look over the left shoulder. So we lengthen out the right side body. Let's release, come back, we'll switch legs. So this time stretch the left leg back and a few little gentle pulses. So a little stretch through the back of the ankle, the calf. And then pick up the foot and step it outside the right side of the mat as you look over the right shoulder, just your foot. And release, and come to table. Let's take a breath in. And exhale, let's pull our hips back to your heels, rest the forehead down. Let's take 5 breaths here in child's pose. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. That's 3. And inhale. Exhale 4. And inhale. And exhale 5. Make your way back to table. Good. Let's step your left foot out and reach the right hand to the sky and slide the left hand down the leg. We'll take a stretch to the right side of your body. And the breath is traveling evenly in and out through the nose. And come back down. Let's take the right hand to the floor. And if you want, you can, if you have a block, you can put the hand on the floor. And so take the left hand across the chest and let's spiral open. Stretch the hand up and maybe lean back just a little bit. Yeah, we'll take the left hand back down, walk the hands to center, come back up onto your knees, step the right foot out this time. And the left arm's going to stretch high, breathe in, lengthen, and then slowly guide the right hand down the outer right leg as the left hand stretches overhead. Come back up. I'll take the left hand to the floor outside the knee or the shin, and I like to turn my toes, my fingers back, so the thumb's turning out, so I get a little external rotation of the upper arm bone. And then reach the right hand up and try to keep the left hip over the left knee as you reach back now, opening across the upper chest. And then slowly close off the pose. Bring the right hand back forward, and then walk yourselves back to table. And then from here, we're going to tuck your toes, pull your hips back towards your heels, and with bent knees, start to lift the hips to down dog. And let's do this posture with generously bent knees so that we're as long as we can be through the low back. All right, excuse me a second. I'm gonna take my watch off. Put the clock over here. Again. So take a few breaths, maybe 6 to 8 breaths here to pedal out the heels a little bit. And if it feels better to stay still here, you can do that, whatever serves you the best right now. And if you've taken that collection of breaths, we'll start to walk your feet forward towards the front of the mat and bend your knees so that the ribs and the thighs can come close together. Take opposite elbows and let the head hang heavy here so that we're not holding any tension at the base of the skull. And if you shake your head yes and no, you'll know if you are keeping that baseline level of tension, or if you can just let the head now hang so that the weight of the head is helping to lengthen the neck. And with a comfortable round of the back and the ribs and thighs connecting, notice how the feet now are centered on the floor. Notice if your weight is distributed evenly or if you tend to go forward or back a little bit. Let's try to keep aware of how we are doing it, and if we can, balance evenly over the center point of the feet. And then rolling up one vertebrae at a time, come all the way up. And as you come to stand now, let's stand as tall as you can in mountain pose and draw the shoulders back, lift and lengthen the back of the neck. Lift and spread the toes and then gently drape them down to the floor as you press down evenly through the four corners of your feet. Again, notice how you're bearing weight in your feet. Keep a certain level of engagement in the thighs so that you have a strong standing posture. A little bit of engagement through the lower abdominals so that the tailbone can stay long and the back can lengthen. Good, and let's stretch the arms up as you inhale, and as you exhale, we will try to keep length in the spine and swan dive, fold forward, feet down, hands down to the floor. Lengthen to a flat back, breathe in. And as you exhale, step your feet back to plank position. We'll come forward as you inhale, and then lower the knees and then the chest to the floor. Keep the elbows at the sides, lift the heart, find cobra. Back of the neck is long. Breath in, heart lifts. And we come down, press to table, tuck your toes, hips high, down dog. Stay here a couple breaths. One more breath, breathe in, and breathe out. Soften your knees, look forward. We'll step your feet forward or hop them. Lengthen to a flat back and breathe in. Press out the breath and fold forward over the legs. Long spine, come all the way up, stretch the arms to the sky, and take the hands down to prayer at heart center. Rest the arms at your sides as you take a deep breath in. Let a cleansing sigh come out the mouth. Let's repeat Surya Namaskar A again. Arms up, breathe in. Exhale, swan dive. We fold forward with a long spine. Lengthen to a flat back. Breathe in long. Exhale, hop or step your feet back to plank position. This time, inhale forward to plank. Now, your choice, lower to the floor to cobra or halfway into chaturanga. Lift the heart into up dog or cobra. And we'll pike our hips back to down dog. Stay here for 5 breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. And breathe in, and breathe out. That's 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. The knees bend, look forward, stepping or hopping your feet on up as you lengthen, breathe in, and fold forward, press out the breath. With a long spine, come all the way up, sweep the arms high, and lower the hands down to heart center. Breath in, lower as you lower the arms. Cleansing sigh out the mouth. Last time, through Surya A. Stretch the arms up and breathe in. And exhale, swan dive, fold forward with length. Extend the chest, breathe in. Exhale, hop or step your feet back. Plank. Inhale, come forward, and then lower down, either chest to floor or half push-up chaturanga. Find a back bend into up dog or cobra. And then peeling the hips high up to the ceiling. Stretch the heels towards the earth. Press out through the arms. Breathing in and releasing. Exhale out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Look forward, hopping or stepping your feet to the front. Lengthen. Exhale, fold. Come all the way up as you reach high. Hands to heart center. Release the arms down, breathe in. And again, a cleansing sigh releases out the mouth. Good. Let's pick up the left foot, step it back. We'll square the hips forward. Reach the arms up, warrior 1. And exhale, lower the arms, straighten the legs. Inhale, reach the arms up as you bend the knee. Exhale, arms down, bend, straighten the leg. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And this time hold. Warrior 1. Left toes are turned in about 45 degrees. The left hip, the left ribs are wrapping forward. One more breath. Begin to straighten the right leg. Reach the hands behind you and lift the heart. Keep the leg straight as you lift the heart now. Shoulders back. Good. Come forward. Release any tension in the low back. take a breath in, breathe in, and then let's start to bring the ribs forward inside the right thigh. Reach the hands overhead. The back of the neck is lengthening as you turn the gaze towards the left heel. And release the hands down. Turn the back heel up. Breathe in here. And as you exhale, pull the hips back, straighten the right leg. Do that a couple more times with breath. We bend the right knee, pull the heart forward, exhale. And one more time. Exhale. This time as you bring the right knee forward, step the left foot in a little bit so that you can turn the heel down, keeping the spine long. Pull the right leg straight as the hip pulls back. Big breath to lengthen the front body, and then exhale. Let's fold over the right leg. Good. Let's rebend the right knee, slide that left foot back to your lunge, and then step back to plank position. Come forward onto tippy toes, lower down. Cobra or up dog. Back to down dog. Breath in, breath out. Look forward, hopping or stepping your feet forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Come all the way up. Lower the hands. Take a breath in and breath out. Let's pick up the right foot, step it back as you set up for warrior one. Good. Bend into the right knee. The left knee rather, I'm sorry. Arms up. And exhale, lower the arms, straighten the leg. Inhale, reach the arms up, bend the left knee. Exhale. A couple times in this fashion. And this time we'll bend into the left knee as you reach the arms and lift the heart up and hold here in our warrior one pose. And begin to straighten the left leg now. Take the hands behind your back and start to stretch the heart up as the hands travel down the back leg. And come back to a neutral spine. Start to bend into the left knee with a long spine now. Come forward and begin to bring the ribs inside the thigh and stretch the hands overhead, lengthening the back of the neck now as the gaze turns back towards the right heel. One more breath here in this bowing warrior. And we'll release the hands down to frame the left foot, turn your back heel up. So we're in a low lunge. Inhale. And as you exhale, lengthen the back leg, pull the hips back, but reach the heart forward. Inhale, rebend the left knee. Exhale, straighten. Just like that. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep a strong press of the back foot pressing down, even though the heel's lifted right now, to keep that right hip reaching forward. And this time we'll bend the knee and step the right foot in so that it trails about 3 to 3.5 feet back. We lengthen, pull the leg straight, keep reaching the heart forward. And then on the exhale, hinge a little deeper over your left thigh. Good. Start to bend into your left knee, slide the right foot back to your lunge, and step back to plank position. Come forward on the tippy toes and lower down. Find your back bend. And make your hips, lift your hips all the way back up, down, dog. Soften your knees and look forward. Hop or step your feet to the front. Lengthen. Exhale, fold. Good. Let's this time bend your knees and find chair. Good. So a little dynamic movement as you bring your right knee up now. So we're still bent in the left knee. And then step the right foot back to a lunge, high lunge. Reach forward, and this time lift the back leg. Warrior 3. Bring the right leg forward as you sit back down to chair. Lift the left knee this time. Stretch it back. High lunge. Reach forward. Lift on up. You can keep the arms extended or bring them to your sides. Or you can put them down onto blocks if you want as well. Let's bring the leg forward, sit into chair again. And fold forward. Let's try that sequence one more time, building some nice heat. Back into chair. Right knee is going to come up. Step it back. Lift the heart. Bring yourself onto your left leg. Warrior 3. And back to chair. Left knee comes up this time. Land it as you come to your high lunge. Reach forward and come to balance on your right leg, left leg stretching back. and lower the left foot and fold forward. This time heel toe your feet, 2 fist widths apart with your index and middle fingers take hold of your big toes. Bend the knees as you reach the heart forward, breathe in. And then slow exhale, start to lengthen the backs of the legs. Elbows move out. Padangusthasana. Release the big toes, come back to a nice flat back, hands sliding up the legs. And all the way to stand. Good. Take a couple breaths here, just checking in, how you're feeling. We're working into a fairly energized state on purpose, because a lot of what we're being asked to do to serve one another is to stay at home. So within that framework, it's okay. We still have to keep our vigor up. So that's what we're doing today. I want you to step your left foot way back now and turn the toes out. Arms are going to lift and open. We find warrior two. Oops. And then straighten the leg and reach the arms up. And then exhale, warrior two again. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, open out. On breath. We come to warrior two and we hold here now. Let's straighten the right leg, reach the arms up. And then as you exhale, reach the right hand forward, cut the hip back, and take the right hand down, left arm up. And then inhale, reach the left arm long. Exhale, reach it back and look down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, come back to Trikonasana. Inhale, reach the arm long. Exhale, reach it back and look down. Inhale, strong core lifts you up. And exhale, re-enter the pose. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, reach back, look down. And final time, inhale. And this time we reach and we hold in the pose in Trikonasana. Let's come to a lunge now. Lower both hands to the floor as you turn the back heel up. And step back. You can go right to down dog, or if you want to take a vinyasa, or if you want to come to child's pose, that might all feel great. As you're ready, we'll stop. We'll step or hop your feet up to the front of the mat again as you lengthen. And exhale, fold. Come all the way up. And lower the arms. Take a breath. And pick up the right foot and step it back. Arms lift to warrior two as you bend into the left knee. Again, our dynamic movement. Exhale. The breath is slightly preceding the movement. back to the pose. Warrior two. Hold here. On your inhale, stretch the arms up, lengthen the left leg. And then as you exhale, we reach forward and down into triangle. And on the inhale, the arm reaches, the gaze lifts. And the exhale, the gaze revolves down, the arm reaches back. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, we reach. Inhale, extend the right side. Exhale, reach it back, look down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, reach back. And inhale. And final time we hold here. And bend into the left knee. Step back to plank position here. Breathing in and breathing out. Roll the heels to the right and reach the left hand to the sky, side plank. Left foot sitting on top of the right, or you can have them in front of one another, or the right knee can be on the floor. Good. Come back, press back down dog. Forward again to plank. Right arm reaches to the sky, heels to the left. One more breath. Go back to down dog or come through a vinyasa. Step your right foot forward and windmill all the way up. Hands to your hips as you set up for prasarita. Elbows back, shoulders back. Breathe in, hinge the hips. Take the hands to the floor. One more breath. Hands come up to the crease of the hips, all the way to stand. Good, take a breath. Let's take your right hand to your low back and reach the left arm out. We're going to take some cross-body twists. The left hand's going to be coming down to the inner right foot. If you want to set a block up there, that's fine. So stretch the left arm out, right hand to the low back, and take a deep breath. Breathe in. And then as you exhale, both hinge forward and start to rotate. That's the exhale. The inhale brings us right back out of the pose, and we repeat the movement on the exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And last time, we're going to hold and bring the left hand down. And extend the right hand to the sky if there's space in your shoulder. As you come out of the pose, walk the hands back to center. Breathe in all the way to stand. Nice work, everybody. And this time the left hand's going to find the low back. Right hand will stretch out. And breathe. And bring the hand down. Inhale. Repeat the movement. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And last time. Exhale. Stay here. We hold. And take your left hand down, walk back to center. Let's reach the hands out to the ankles, get long, fold forward. Come up halfway, all the way to stand. Good. And step back to the front of your mats. Good. One standing balancing pose before we come to the earth. So we'll take dancer pose. Right hand's going to take the right foot, left arm's going to lift. And then we're going to hinge at the hips, reach the heart forward. You can take this out the wall if you want. And come on back down. Circle your hips a little bit. Other side. Left hand takes left foot. Legs stay parallel, even though they're in different heights. Good, let's release. Again, we circle the hips a little bit. Nice. Nice work, everybody. We're going to come down to the mats. So come on down, lay on your backs with your knees bent. And walk your feet as wide as the mat so that the knees are falling in towards one another. And the arms will be at the sides. Good. Walk the feet a little closer so that they're hip width apart. Bring the arms to your sides. We'll set up for a bridge pose. Arms can, you can start with a robot shape of the arms. That's going to help give you a little lift, pressing the elbows in as you lift the heart. All right. If you want, you can prop your shoulders with a blanket to give your neck a little bit more length. If your neck is okay with this, we'll start to bring the hips right up off the floor. And then start to walk your shoulder blades towards one another, lean to one side, and then begin to straighten the arms and see if you might clasp the hands behind the back here, fighting bridge. As you're ready, release the arms, lower the hips back down, let the knees fall together, widen the feet on the mat. One more back bend, setting up for another bridge or wheel if you'd like to take the hands outside the ears. One more breath. And come on down. And let's maybe circle the wrists around a little bit. And then with your knees, with your feet wide on the mat, we'll windshield wiper the knees from one side to the other. And alternate the gaze from the knees. And then bring everything back to center. Start to bring your hands over the knees and start to make some circles with the thighs. And push the knees away, breathe in, and slowly gather them towards your chest as the elbows bend, exhale. Inhale the thighs away, arms straighten, and exhale, thighs in. A couple more times, just like this. See if you can get the exhale now, nice and long. We're going to release the left leg and hug the right knee in. And with the index and middle finger of the right hand, take hold of the right big toe, or you can put a belt around the foot, or you can hold the leg if that's better. We're going to do our best to stretch that right leg straight. Keep the back of the neck long. Guide the leg out to the side. Bring the leg back center. Curl the chest up off the floor and bring the chin to the shin. Come back down, hug the knee to the chest and release the leg. Take a breath in, breath out. Let's gather the left knee in this time. I'm going to reach down with my left index and middle finger. Stretch the leg up, or you can, of course, have the belt or a tie or a strap, anything around the left leg. Backs of my legs are a little tight today. I've been doing so much walking lately. And then let's open the leg out to the side. Try to keep your right hip down on the floor. I'll bring the leg back up, chin to chin, chin to shin. Curl yourselves up. And come back down as you hug the left knee to the chest. Extend the leg out and extend the arms. Reach long from fingers to toes. Breathe in, breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. One more breath here. Good. Bring the arms to the sides. Walk the feet in so that the knees are bent. Feet are on the floor. We'll pick the hips up enough so that we can shift the hips up and over to the right. Set them down. Bring the knees up over the navel. Feet come off the floor. We roll the thighs as you stack the knees to the left and stretch the right arm out, turning the gaze to the right. Two more breaths. Nice work. Bring the knees back center. Center your hips. Pick the hips up again and roll them to the left this time, or move them to the left. Knees back up over the navel, and then roll everything to the right. Left arm stretches out. Gaze to the left. Come on to your backs again. Center your hips. Good. And this time, cross the right ankle over the left knee, and we'll thread the right hand between the legs. Hug the left thigh to your chest. Release and switch other side. Release, take outer edges of your feet or big toes into happy baby. If you're holding big toes, you can think about straightening the legs out. Try to keep the low back on the floor. Shoulder blades down. Bring the legs back in. Roll yourselves over to a side. Come on up to sit and stretch the legs out into a V. We'll set up for Upavishta. Oops. Walk the hands forward. Come down onto hands, elbows, forearms, or walk the arms out. You can make use of a prop here if you want. If you have a blanket or a block to either support the chest or the forehead. Begin to bring yourselves back up. Come down onto your backs again. And if you'd like to find an inversion for a couple of minutes, now's a good time and a couple opportunities for inversion. If you have a headstand practice or shoulder stand practice, you'd like to come right to that. Or if you'd like to come to a wall, then stretch your legs up the wall with the hips and low back supported on the floor with either your mat or a blanket underneath your low back. You can do that. You can come to the floor onto your backs and put a block, lift your hips, slide a block under your hips, and then extend the legs up, whichever way allows you to get the legs a little higher than the heart. And however you set up, let's give ourselves 10 more breaths wherever you are. As you already make your way out of your inversion, after your breath count is complete, you might come through plow on your way down. Before you come to Shavasana, just take a moment with the knees apart, soles of the feet together in Supta Baddha Konasana. Rest one hand to the low belly and one to the heart. Assist your legs to bring the legs together, and then we'll stretch them out. We'll find Shavasana. So cover up if you're cool. Make sure you're supported. I'm going to go get my blanket. It's so far away. Begin to deepen your breath. Bring awareness back to the space around the body. And bring small movements back to your extremities, the fingers and the toes, hands, feet, wrists, and ankles. Let the head just gently roll from one side to the other. And as you lay here, I'll read once again this lovely poem we started the class with from Pablo Neruda. In the time of quiet, no one's told the daffodils about the pause to spring, and no one's told the birds to roost and ask them not to sing. And no one's asked the lazy bee to cease his bumbling round, and no one's stopped the bright green shoots emerging through the ground. No one's told the sap to rest deep within the wood, and stop the sleepy trees from waking, wreathed about in bud. No one's told the sky to douse its brightest shades of blue, and stop the scudding clouds from puffing headlong into view. No one asked the lambs to still the springs beneath their feet, to stop their rapid rush and quell each joyful bleat. No one's told the stream to halt its gurgle or its flow, and warn the playful breezes not to gust and blow. No one's asked the raindrops not to fall upon the earth and fail to quench the soil in the season of rebirth. No one's locked the sundown or dimmed the shimmer of the moon, and even in the darkest night, the stars are still immune. Remember what you value, remember who is dear, close the doors to danger, and keep your family near. In the quiet all around us, take the time to sit and stare, and wonder at the glory unfurling everywhere. Look towards the future after the ordeal, and keep faith in Mother's Nature power and will to heal. Slowly bring ourselves on up to sit. Notice how you're breathing at this point. And I'll just, as we close, suggest that we take a moment to set an intention now, not just for the practice we've done, but for the day ahead of us now. Set an intention to develop or to move in a positive direction. And we'll bring that right into our hearts. Bring your hands to heart center. Thank you all for being present this morning, participating, your efforts. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste, everybody.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thanks for being here, everybody.
Thank you, Andrew.